you for joining me on the Betterhalf show. My name is Godman Akinlabi, PG to my friends. On this episode, we're going to be discussing what women want. It promises to be a very animated discussion. I have some lovely ladies joining me on the set today, and that includes my lovely wife, Bolariwa. I look forward to a fantastic show. Don't go away. Stay with me, and I'll be right back. Hi, thank you for joining me on the show today. It's the Betterhalf show, and we are discussing what women want. And I can feel some heat in the studio because my lovely wife is coming on set for the first time on the Betterhalf show. Please, I don't even know how to say because I'm all, I have butterflies, in my throat, in my stomach, everywhere. But my wife is here, Bola Akinlabi. Bola, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me. It's your first time on the show, and I'm looking forward to a great time. I'm sure you're going to have your day today, and please just take it easy on me. All right. I have Yemisi also on the show. Yemisi Ainde, she's single, and she's going to bring a single lady's perspective to the discussion on what women want. And last but not the least, I have Doyin Femi Johnson. Doyin, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you.
You've been married for how long, Doyin?
18 years.
18 years?
Yes, so I dated my husband for 8 years.
Wow, dating for 8 years,
Yes.
married for 18 years.
Yes.
All together, all wrapped in one, we have 26 years of, unusual experience with perhaps a great man,
Yes.
an unusual man.
I must say.
So you have a lot to tell us on the show today. And by the way, we've been together for about 15 years now, and we got to know each other maybe about 3 to 4 years before we got married. So you've known this nice looking young man for quite a bit, and you have a bit to say about that. And let me say, I'm sure you've been in 1 or 2 relationships. Okay, let's jump right in. The misconceptions about what men think women want. Yeah. But do you want to say something about that? Generally, men just think women want certain
generally, and particularly if you go on social media, the narrative you seem to find is that all women want is money. Yeah. Money. Give her some assurance, and she's fine. But I think before we even get into the discussion of what she wants, I think it's useful for any man who is trying to figure out a woman to ask what are her motivations, what are the motivations behind, this seeming quest for material security, financial security.
You're saying that a lot of the time, what we think about is women want security.
Yeah, but there's exactly, the security is a big thing for her.
Yeah.
And a lot of women have seen their aunties, have witnessed their mothers, have witnessed their grandmothers, friends being treated badly by men that they invested so totally in.
Okay.
So if a woman says she wants financial security, or if she seems to give off the air of wanting to
she shouldn't be crucified for it.
She shouldn't be crucified. I think it's useful to take a step back.
Let me go to Doyin. So Doyin, in your own opinion, what's the biggest misconception that you feel that men have about what women
I think
want?
it's the same thing about thinking that all women want is money. But what women actually want is security. And when we say security, we're talking about in totality. We're talking about security in terms of financial security, emotional security, physical security. You want a man that can support you, that has a sound mind, that can be your sounding board, that can be almost everything, someone you can rely on, a dependable person. That is what women really want in their men, not necessarily about the money.
Dependable, somebody that is,
faithful, reliable, gives you emotional
support.
and security, everything.
Yeah. Okay. So let me say, I know sometimes you feel misunderstood by the young men, that you're in friendship with, or that you may have dated before. What do you think men often will misunderstand about you?
The very big one for me is the emotional security part. And just like PB said, there's usually, the question they fail to ask themselves is why? Why am I so big on emotional security? So because they see that, oh, she's very big on it, they might misinterpret it as she's needy, she's clingy, she's too mushy, she's too, emotional. And sometimes it comes from a place, a background history
Yeah.
So for me, I'm very big on emotional
So
security.
I need you to unpack that a little bit. When you say emotional security, is it like you don't want to cry all the time, or you need a guy that will say, "Don't cry,
No.
don't,"
No.
I
I want to be able to talk to my boyfriend, so to say, and he's very hands like
Sensitive.
he's there, he's sensitive, he's listening. You don't really have to say so much. I'm not asking you to cry with me and open your emotional floodgates and share them with me. I'm just saying, listen, when we refer to this at a later time, I can tell from the way you're picking out some things I said in the past. Just listen, be there emotionally. You don't have to come. I don't want a deaf millionaire. I don't want somebody who comes and
so
just
a
drops
real
gifts.
presence,
Yeah.
Real presence.
somebody
it's not really
that
about the
you
money
know
or the
is
stash.
absorbing you
Yeah.
emotionally
Yes.
and really
Yes.
feeling you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And just
So
in addition to what she said,
Yeah.
it's not about everything that I say as well. There's some things I do not say. So I also need you to listen to my emotional cues.
yeah, so cues,
I may not necessarily
innuendos,
say it
Yeah.
exactly. My body language, my feeling, the way I need you to listen to all of that as well.
That's interesting. You
I'm smiling
ladies are-
already because I can imagine how a man would internalize a comment like that and say, "Oh, please don't make me a mind reader."
Yeah.
But yes, we do want you to pick up on our cues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
but
important.
let me throw this at you. Let me see. What do you not want? From your dating experience, can you just give us straight? If you're in a dating relationship, I don't want this.
I don't want a man that thinks that he just knows what I'm about to say, what I'm about to do. I don't want a man who just thinks I'm predictable. I'm just that easy. But the other side of the page is just I can read her. I know what she. I don't want that. I
So
don't want a man
you-
who just thinks I'm predictable, so he knows
You
what I
you
next
you
step.
love to be treated like a first degree, as in a lot of studying and all that.
Sometimes it's intriguing. Yes,
To,
and
to
it
feel
makes
like
yes,
a man is studying me
yes,
and really wants me,
yes.
desires me.
I think that's a form of investment.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That
your
sounds
time
that
and
sounds
energy.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. So what's the worst thing a man can say to a woman? Let's just take it flat. What's the worst
Worst
thing?
thing for me is that generalization. Oh, you're doing this because all women, and beyond that generalization you're making at that point in time, it's just that communication you're passing along to me that says you're invisible. You're just this one amongst a million other similar stereotypes. I don't want to
Yeah.
feel pigeonholed. Give me that gift of intimacy, seeing into me, understanding that I am an individual,
And treating the relationship as
treating
specific.
it as very specific. Very specific.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's also think about this from the
A
point of
man's
view of
perspective.
the workplace.
Okay.
What do women not want at work, in the workplace?
At work, I think women want to be treated fairly. I don't want to be treated in a different way because I am a woman. And I'll give the typical example of this, high achiever, goal-getter, very goal-oriented, very dedicated to her duty. They would look at such women with, I don't want to call the name, but when a man has the same characteristics, they say he's a CEO material. But when women have that kind of characteristic, they sort of look at her like, oh, there's something wrong somewhere. Why is she so focused on the job? Like she's not even meant to be there in the first place. So I like to be treated fairly. The way my male counterparts are being treated is the exact same way I would like to be treated.
So you're saying we should give women the chance to aspire
Exactly.
and to plug into their job
Definitely.
and do it,
Motivate them to be the very best
and
that
not
they
try
can
to
be.
step them down to say you're a
No.
woman. Take
So
it
don't-
easy.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
aspire too much.
Thank
Okay.
you. That's it.
All right, we've been discussing what women want from the point of view of what women don't want and what they don't want their husbands or dates to do to them. We're going to dive in a bit deeper when we're back to go straight into what they really want. Don't go away. Please stay with me. I will be right back. We're back, and this is the moment you've been waiting for. We're going straight into what women really want. We've been discussing what women want, and we've done that from the point of view of what they don't want and what some men do that tick them off. Let's go straight to what women want. And maybe I should start with you. Let me see. A guy that is interested in you, what would you want that guy to do or say to you?
I would want him first and foremost to be very interested in my vision, my goals, where I'm going, and be very invested in it. I mean, listening, asking me about it, following up, encouraging me. Don't just, oh yes, I really like you, and that's it. We're holding hands every day and talking. What are we talking about? What are your goals? What's happening with those goals?
So you're
What are the
very
plans?
goal oriented, if
Yes,
I can put
sir.
it that way.
Yes,
And
very much.
your vision is very important to
Yes.
you. But I thought it should be the other way around, where you should be interested in the vision of the guy and be willing to wrap yourself around it. You want the guy to wrap himself around your vision.
Very, very importantly, yes. Because I'm a woman. I'm already open-minded. We're very nurturing. We know how to just take it in and, start working on it with you. So by default, I already have keyed into your vision, whatever it is. I just now need you to key into mine. It's very important that you do
So
so.
you're saying that, more often than not, some men enjoy women wrapping themselves around their vision, but not the other way around.
Interested in what they want.
I feel a lot of men do that.
That's interesting.
Yes.
All right, Dwayne, what would you want your husband to do or say when you're upset and you're emotional?
It varies depending on what got me upset or emotional. There are times that all I want you to do is just give me a hug and show me that you're there and that you're supportive. Okay? There are times that may want you to advise me or tell me what next that I should do because I may be confused. I reckon that we're a couple and you would know which one I need at each point in time. So it will vary depending on the situation.
Okay, so let me paint a scenario. In a case where maybe your daughter got you upset and you're really livid, what should your husband do if he
should just be on my side, just show loyalty.
Yeah, so
Loyalty is
loyalty.
key.
So when it comes to family, so I have a conflict with my child, my mom, or my sister, anyone, family. The first and foremost thing I want you at that point in time to be on my side. Loyalty.
So what about
Afterwards, we can address where I've gone wrong. We can address the issues. Just be on my side.
We're on the
solidarity. Solidarity. We against everybody.
So even at work, let's assume that your boss got you upset or somebody did something at work.
Yeah.
It must still be on your side.
Yes. At the first instance.
Okay.
You have to show solidarity. Yes. It must be on my side. Thereafter, we need to face the issues and address them accordingly.
Okay.
But first and foremost, I must see that you're on my side.
The way you're saying, it looks like you're trying to say, I'm not always on your side.
No, because, we have history on this issue. Every time there is a situation or there is a fracas, there are two issues on ground. There's the emotion, and then there's the main
reality,
issue.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and from our history, many times I'd come home from work, I'd either had some issue at work that I had bungled, and I know already when I'm telling you that this and this is where I bungled it. So at that point in time, I'm not telling you because I want you to bash me over the head again on top of everything I've received all day. It's because I need you to tell me that in spite of all that, despite all of that, you're still a superwoman. You can still do it. Something has shaken my confidence a little today.
Where do we put this idea that, men are fixers? And we just want to fix situations. Where do we draw the balance between wanting to fix a situation and overstepping our bounds in,
You see, my theory on that is, there are situations where I come to you expecting just that solidarity and that I love you, I care about you, and it's this does not define you as a person.
Yes.
But then there's situations like where I'm saying, oh, that light bulb has been dead for for 2 days, and it stays that way for another 3 weeks. That's when I need the fixing.
You to be a fixer.
And, you get, so yes, it's situational, but I think you can pick up on our cues.
Thank you very much. I know you're having a day on the show today, and perhaps, okay, it's all right. It's not your fault.
But I love you anyway.
All right. Okay, let's look at this.
Yeah.
The workplace is a very diverse place, and men want to bring their game on, and all that. So there's diversity, and in the midst of all that, we want a bit of equality. Where do we go from there? From the point of view of what do women want? How do the men, balance that diversity and equality better at work?
Women, we want to be treated like ladies. So in as much as I want you to help me pull my chair or open a car door or open the door, I want to treat me as a lady. But at the same time, I don't want to be the last to speak in the boardroom. Okay, I want to be given an equal opportunity to speak when it is important to speak.
And when I do speak, I don't want you to weight my words just by the fact that I'm a woman. Oh, of course she'll say that because she's a woman.
So no filters.
No filters.
Don't talk to me because you feel what do you expect? That's what the woman will say.
Yeah.
Or she will always bring the domestic perspective to it because she has women.
Because
children.
at the end of the day, the world revolves around human beings.
Okay.
Women, men, children. So whatever perspective I bring on board, we not add value to the totality of what we are discussing, of the issue at hand. So we're looking at things from different perspectives. And each perspective, the quality of contribution is important.
It's important.
So it's good for you to take it and then...
That's very instructive. I know a lot of men are watching and we're getting better every day. And our perspectives, we start working on adjusting that. Now, men come in different shades and different frame. Sometimes women will say, oh, I want a strong, romantic, aggressive yet tender.
Yes.
How can somebody be aggressive and tender at the same time? You just have all kinds of things. If you want to kill this man, what kind of man is a man? Who is the real guy? Because sometimes women confuse us with the image and the picture of who a real guy is. Can you help us out? Who is the real guy? Yeah.
I think it varies per time.
Okay.
Okay, so as at the time I was dating, I wanted a man who would hold my hands, who would be romantic, who would listen to my visions and my aspirations, and who would encourage me in those visions and aspirations. Then we get married, and I want a man who's going to change diapers and actually help me in the kitchen. Okay, who is hands-on at the same time. And at the same time, I want a man who wants to stand up amongst other men, and I should be proud to say, yes, that one is
my
mine.
guy.
Yeah, but some men say,
so it has to be different things at different times.
Yeah, some men say, if you want me to change diaper, then don't say I should bring 100% money. Because for me to give 100% of the need of the house, I don't have time for diaper.
Very true. The truth actually is a lot of women are not interested in you bringing in 100%. That is the truth. Even uneducated women.
Let me see.
Not only professional women, even uneducated market women.
Subscribe to
they contribute.
Because you're about to get into all this, getting married. You don't want 100% money. You just want 100% man.
It varies, as Ms. DFG said. Right now, I think my perspective will change once I even cross over into marriage. But for now, I want that sensitive listener who is emotionally invested and very there's a word I'm looking for, very goal oriented. At the same time, he's a leader. I want a leader. I don't want a controller. I want a leader.
There's
a big difference.
Yes,
it's very important to me because it revolves around a person's life.
Okay. So let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
What's your image of the ideal man?
Interesting.
Look away from me and say it.
Oh, but how can I?
Just in case.
I have to be politically correct here. How can I? Okay, but I think a real man is one who takes responsibility. I think for me that would be the ultimate definition. And a woman who will complement a man who will take responsibility is just as responsible. She knows what his capacity is. She knows what his capabilities are. She knows what giants he confronts every day, and she's willing to compliment him and really support him at every point in time. I say it often, half of the young men who say, oh, I stepped up to her, but, already valuing her standing, I can see already that I don't have capacity for it. And I tell them, so what you do have capacity for is one thing. Have you sold her on what you do have capacity for? For all you know, she values more the things that you have. Things like integrity, things like goal orientation, things like a vision for the future. So I may not have a car today, but I know where I'm going. Have you tried to sell that?
It's okay.
It's not about the bank balance.
It's not about the bank balance.
Sell what you
Even if you don't have any money, just be
It's
confident.
Thank you.
Be
So,
confident.
Confident, muzzle.
No, I don't particularly don't even like muzzles. It doesn't mean anything to
The
me.
have
muscles
to
won't
take a
hurt.
break.
The muscles won't hurt.
I don't really want muzzles.
We have to
I
take
just
a
want a
break.
confident
We have
man.
to take a break. At least at this point
Confident
where
man.
some of us don't have muscle. We have to take a break. So when we're back, we're going to get a little deeper. And as you can see, the ladies are very well animated. I'm going to give them some more opportunities to dig into the question, what women want, what really do they want from us. Don't go away. Stay with me and we'll be right back.